How to use fermentation to preserve seasonal produce. Welcome back to Healthy Lee, your go-to channel for all things health and wellness. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and delicious topic: how to use fermentation to preserve seasonal produce. If you love fresh fruits and vegetables but want to enjoy them year-round, fermentation is a fantastic solution that not only extends their shelf life but also enhances their flavor and nutritional value. Fermentation is an ancient method of food preservation that harnesses the power of beneficial bacteria. This process transforms your seasonal bounty into tasty, probiotic-rich foods that can elevate your meals. So let's get started. First, let's talk about what fermentation is. In simple terms, fermentation is a natural process where microorganisms like bacteria and yeast convert sugars in food into acids, gases, or alcohol. This not only helps preserve the food, but also creates unique flavors and textures. One of the easiest ways to begin fermenting at home is by making pickles. You can use cucumbers, carrots, radishes, or any vegetable you enjoy. Start by washing your produce thoroughly. Then cut them into your desired shapes: slices, spears, or sticks. Next, prepare a brine. A basic brine consists of water and salt. The salt creates an environment where beneficial bacteria can thrive while inhibiting harmful bacteria. Combine 1 part salt to about 10 parts water. You can also add spices like garlic, dill, or peppercorns to enhance the flavor. Once your brine is ready, place your vegetables in a clean jar. Pour the brine over the top, ensuring the vegetables are fully submerged. If necessary, use a weight to keep them down. Cover the jar with a cloth or a loose lid to allow gases to escape during fermentation. Now it's time to let nature work its magic. Place your jar in a cool, dark spot for several days to a few weeks, depending on your taste preference. Check on them daily, and once they reach the flavor you desire, move them to the refrigerator to slow down the fermentation process. Another popular option for fermentation is creating sauerkraut. This method is particularly great for cabbage, which is often in season. Begin by shredding your cabbage and mixing it with salt. The salt helps draw out water from the cabbage, creating a brine. Pack the shredded cabbage tightly into a jar, ensuring it is submerged in its own juices. Just like with pickles, cover the jar loosely and let it ferment in a cool, dark place. You can add spices or even other vegetables to create different flavor profiles. Fermentation isn't limited to just vegetables. Fruits can also be preserved through this method. For example, you can ferment apples to create a tangy apple chutney, or even make fruit-based kvass. To ferment fruits, you can use a similar method as with vegetables. Prepare your fruit by cutting it into chunks and mixing it with sugar and water. Allow it to ferment in a jar, checking on it regularly until it reaches the desired flavor. One of the most rewarding aspects of fermentation is experimenting with different ingredients and flavor combinations. Don't be afraid to get creative. Try adding herbs, spices, or even different types of salt to see how they affect the final product. As you explore fermentation, remember that hygiene is essential. Always use clean jars and utensils to prevent unwanted bacteria from spoiling your food. In conclusion, fermentation is a wonderful way to preserve seasonal produce while enhancing its flavor and health benefits. It's simple, fun, and allows you to enjoy the tastes of the season all year round. So, gather your favorite seasonal fruits and vegetables and start experimenting with fermentation today. Thank you for watching Healthy Lee. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more health tips and delicious recipes. Happy fermenting, and see you next time.